Hi guys, welcome to Two Peas in a Pod. My name is Les.
And I'm Z. And this episode is called Excuse Me, That's My Husband, Bitch. Just kidding. We're not saying the bitch. And Mr. Teacher, which is one of Les's last little rendezvous situations. So let's see how this is a normal episode. So, how is your day going?
It's going great. We had breakfast.
Les came over to my house and she made me breakfast at my house for me and my kids.
Yes.
Her specialty is chilaquiles, so that's what she made for us. And she brought me coffee.
Yeah, but it's going good. What about yours?
Mine is going great. I actually slept in. Well, I woke up early because my husband's alarm went off. But then, after he left, I went back to sleep, and then. So in the morning when I had gotten up, I told my son, I came out. I don't know what I came out for. And I told my kids, I was like, when dad leaves, who wants to snuggle? And they were like, me. Like both of my little ones said that they wanted to snuggle. So I was like, okay, cool. And so then my husband leaves to work. I go back to sleep. And then at some point, I don't even know what time because I had my phone on mute. At some point, I feel one of my kids walk into my room. And, I could just already tell, when he's getting on bed, I was like, I already know this is my second one. This is my middle child. And he gets on and he lays down next to me and he fell asleep with me. So we slept. When he snuggles with me or he lays with me, I feel like he's my sponge. So, I get to, relax. I went, on a full deep sleep. We both did. But my little one, he had said he was in a snuggle, but he didn't. He was out here by himself. No, he doesn't like to take naps. He hates naps. But my middle one, he's been a nap. He is a nap person. He can nap for hours. 4 hours.
Same.
Right now, that's why he's like, are you almost done? Because he wants to take a nap. Aww. He doesn't want to take a nap. He wants to snuggle. Aww. But, yeah, he loves to snuggle. So, my day is going lovely.
So far.
I needed some rest, and I'm gonna probably get some rest today after this. So, great.
Same.
What's it called? First day of the week is going great. Baseball is over. So sad, but so happy. I'm sad because I love baseball season, but kind of happy that we're not gonna be rushed every day, yeah. I get to come home, de-stress. But this week we have 2 graduations for my kids. 2 of my kids are graduating, and so I'm planning a last minute little dinner for our family, and then Saturday we have a party, and I think that's it. I don't really have anything huge going on, I guess, but we'll see. I'm excited for this party that we're going to. Not excited, but I like taking my kids to parties because my oldest, he never went to parties. He either just never wanted to go or oh, and then also when he was around my kids' age, it was COVID season. So my oldest, I want to say when we went into quarantine, he was in second grade. He was in second grade, which is how old my second one is. So he never really got to go to he missed out on a lot of things, which now is sad because I feel that's why I think that time has flown with him. Because a long period, for 4 years, he was homeschooled pretty much. 4 years he was homeschooled. So with my other ones, they get invited to parties. We go to parties. One of the parties, actually, my middle son's first party ever. And I was going to talk about this last episode, but I was like, I don't think it goes. But now it's kind of going with this a little bit. I don't know if I ever told you, but when I took him to his first party, I was nervous because... Again, my other son, we had parties, family parties, stuff like that, but school kid parties, we had never been to them. And when we went to my son's first one, my middle one's first one, it was embarrassing because it was a room full of moms. I had only met one of the moms, which is the party person, the host, that was her her, like she invited me, and that's the only mom that I knew. And there was probably like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 other moms, and like everybody's like talking, and like our kids are outside playing. And then there was a mom. I've known this lady for a very long time. Okay. I've known her because her kids, her older kids are the age of my brothers and my cousin. So like I know the circle, like I've known her. I don't know her personally, but I knew that was the mom. But like I never had a conversation with her because I was little back in the day when they used to play together. Like when her kids and my brothers played together, I was a little girl, like 10 or 12. So I've never seen this girl after, but I knew who she was. Mm-hmm. So when she's like, oh, who are you? Like she asked me like, oh, who are you? And I told her my name, and she's like, oh, I know you. I know your family. And I was like, oh, I kind of remember you. Like I remember you. And I told her like, oh, like your kids used to play with my brothers, like soccer or whatever fucking sport they played. And she's like, oh yeah. And she's like, who's your kid? Like which one is yours? And I was like, oh, and I like told her my son's name, and she was like, oh, she was like, and she said it in Spanish. She said, ah, tu hijo es bien mujeriego, ¿verdad? And I was like, like it took me a minute to process. And like when she said it, like I know now what the word means. Like I've always heard it, but I've always heard it like in a bad light, you know what I mean? Like for somebody to be like, ay, tu esposo es bien mujeriego, like, yeah, you know what I mean? So I knew it, but like when she said it, she kind of threw me off guard because one, I've never been around these people, I don't know these people, and you just told me in front of a group of ladies that my son is a mujeriego. Yeah. My son at the time was a kindergartner, girl. He was freaking 5. So for you to tell me, like, I don't know what, and I get it because I brought this up to somebody before, and they were like, it's because that's how she is, like, that's how she talks. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I would never look at your daughter, even if your daughter is outgoing, outspoken, friendly, and she's 5 or 6, however old she is, and I would not be like, hey, your daughter's such a hoe, right? Because basically, that to me, that's what a mujeriego is. It's a guy that has a lot of women. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry that my son is like his mother and is very friendly. I'm sorry that my son he's a lover boy. Like, all the little girls are like, I wouldn't say after him, but like they love him. Like, yeah. One of the moms even told me, what?
I think it's the term she
used. A way, yeah, it was a term. Like, you could have said he's a little flirt. Or he, you know, like,
oh, siempre está con las niñas.
Ajá, or like, todos lo quieren, or las niñas andan detrás de él. Like, she could have said it, and there were so many ways that she could have said it, but for her to call my son a mujeriego, I was like, I just looked at her and I just like laughed. And then like,
it set in.
I just like took a step back and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, did she really just fucking say this? And I didn't know nobody there. So I just sat there in my head, just fucking going over and over her fucking words. And so, like, she tainted that. Like, she tainted my level of respect towards her, friendship towards her. So, like, now, obviously, like, we still have the same circle of people. My son still talks to her daughter. But I have to keep her at a distance. Like, I don't really like to go around when she's there because I just feel like, one, that was very disrespectful. And, like, you're a grown-ass 40-something-year-old and you told me in front of a group of people that my son is pretty much a guy whore. And, like, that just didn't sit well with me. So,
first of all, why does she have fucking kids and she's like 40-something? Never mind. Disregard. I'm sorry.
I don't know, girl.
It's just weird. Like,
yeah, like, it just pissed me off. So, like, now when I'm around her, like, I feel like I have to be fake. And I don't, like, if I see her, I'll just keep my distance. But if, like, she comes and she's like, oh, how are you? I'm like, oh, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Like, I just try not to, like, entertain because I feel like if I speak,
whatever comes out is not going to be nice.
Yes, exactly my point. I'm not going to be nice. So I'd rather just keep it nice, keep it cordial for my kids. I'm not trying to make... So that's, like, the only thing, like, taking my son to this birthday party, I'm just, like, a little bit apprehensive about it. Because I feel like, one, I'm going to be sitting there by myself. and two, like she's gonna be there, and I just don't know how to act around her. Like, because one, I don't want to make a scene. This is my friend's house. I don't want to make a scene to my son because that's his friend, you know? But, like, it's not the little girl's fault that her mom made an inappropriate comment.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, if it would have been the other way around and I would have been like, oh, your daughter's such a hoe, or your daughter's this, like, I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying, like, if I would have said something like that, everybody would be like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, it rubbed me the wrong way. And then, like, even after, like, some of the moms were like, oh, like, my daughter writes about your son in her diary, like, oh, like, that's cute, you know what I mean? Like, to me, like, that's not a problem. Like, I think it's super cute. Like, obviously I'm doing something raising my kids right, you know what I mean? Like, for somebody to like like, for all these little girls and even the little boys, like, everybody wants, like, you see, like, he's a very like popular, friendly kid, like, but to me that was like that was a low blow for me. So,
well, yeah, it's the way she said it, for sure. Like, you just shut the fuck up if you're not gonna say nothing,
bro.
nice.
And like, she said it like
loud.
Like, she was literally, we were all sitting like on tables in one room where you've been like all there, and she just like, she's reaching for something on the table. She's like, oh, tu hijo es bien mujeriego, ¿verdad? Bitch, what the fuck? What did I just hear? So that's what's coming up on Saturday. So we will give you an update, because I won't make a scene. Like, I'm not that person. I'm not gonna make a scene.
Grab her from the hair and throw her.
Like I said, people are just like, I don't know.
Like, meet me outside.
How about that? Okay, so now that we have done our little updates, let's talk about
the time your husband
got hit on. Oh, it's multiple times.
What? I have never heard these stories, so I'm excited to hear.
Like, a lot of the stories that you're like, dude, I've never heard that. I'm like, what? Like,
I've never heard
what?
This.
I don't know how you don't. Like, I guess because I was already living with him. Like, you were living your best single life. Like, I don't know how you don't know some of these stories.
Was this before or after?
This was before. This was, okay, so the one that I'm going to say now is I was pregnant with my oldest when it happened.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so one thing about me is I love to shop. Okay,
yeah.
I love Black Friday shopping. I don't recall 1 year out of the last 31 years that I have not been Black Friday shopping. Even with COVID, I still went shopping, and I even did, like, once, like, well, obviously, like, with COVID and stuff, like, when they started changing the hours, I started doing, like, online shopping, like, Black Friday shopping online. But, like, I've always shopped on Black Friday. That's just been a ritual. I remember my parents dragging me at, like, 6 years old, like, get up, we're gonna go shopping, and we'd go to Yuma. I was, like, 6 or 7, standing in lines outside at, like, 4 o'clock in the morning with my parents, my grandma, getting free shit. So, like, that's just always been in me. So, I love things in me. Just kidding. So,
oh my God.
I always have to say something inappropriate.
Yeah.
So one day when I was pregnant with my first child, it was myself, my husband, and my sister-in-law. We went shopping for Black Friday. We went to Walmart. One of the stores we went to was Walmart. Okay. And this is like, it ties in, like, this is not where my husband got hit on, but when we went to Walmart, I was pregnant, and she's like, I'm like holding on to stuff, holding the cart, and there was something that I wanted, and she was like, I was like, I need to get that. But people, dude, even though I was pregnant, people don't give a fuck during Black Friday. Like, they fucking shoved, like, there was this doña that shoved me for fucking pajamas, bro. Pajamas. And she, like, shoved me. And my sister-in-law was like, what the fuck? And she shoved her back, and the lady fell. But that's it. So after we're done shopping, I'm like, you know, babe, like, let's go to Starbucks. And this is, like, when Starbucks by
Walmart?
No. This is in All Central. I don't even think we had a Walmart here yet. But we lived in All Central. So we went to a Starbucks by the mall.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we go to that Starbucks, and we're in the drive-thru. My husband orders, and this is when I had my little green Honda. So it's my husband driving, I'm in the passenger seat, and my sister-in-law's in the back. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know, 4, 5 months pregnant, but you could already see my stomach, okay? I don't know, I don't remember how far along I was. But you could already see my stomach that I was pregnant. We get to the window. It's taking me back. So I'm trying not to get upset.
Oh, shit.
So then my husband, like, gives the girl the card or whatever. And she, like, takes the card from him or the money. And she, like, starts giggling. And she was like, if you want to touch my hand, you can just tell me.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck did happen?
I picture you and your sister-in-law saying that
Yeah,
shit.
dude, like, I just turned on and I was like, what the? Well, did I hear this right? All right, whatever. Let it go, bitch. So, we're, like, it was, I don't even know why she took so long to give us her stuff, but anyways, so she gives them the change or the card, I don't know what. And I look at my husband and I was like, did she really just say that? You know what? I'm not even going to make a big deal of it. I'm just going to ignore it. So then she gives them the drinks. And so it was, we had gotten fraps. So it was like when they still had, I don't know if they still have the like little ball thing or whatever, like a little sphere. I don't know. But we needed straws. So then he goes, oh, can I have some straws, please? So the bitch gives him the straws. And when she gives him the straws, she, I don't know, she touches his hand or whatever. And she was like, if you want my number, just ask for it.
What the
And my husband's
fuck?
like, I just wanted the straws. Like, I'm just here for the straws.
Oh my God.
And so she was still penning a drink. We were making the drink. She gives us 2 drinks. I get one. My sister-in-law gets the other one. And as she's waiting for the fucking barista to make the other drink, she, like, literally comes out the window. Okay? Like half her body is out the window. And she's like, just talking to, so how's your night going? How was the shop? And he was like, oh, it's going good. And I'm like, why the fuck are you answering her? First of all, because now I'm fucking mad. But I'm not telling my husband anything. I'm just watching, like, I'm just watching her interact with him. And I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch's deal? Like, you see that I'm sitting next to him and I'm fucking pregnant. I'm in a short car. Like, you could see that I'm pregnant. And you're sitting here, like, she was flirting with him, dude. Like, she was like, oh, so how was the shopping? He's like, oh, it went fine. And she was like, oh, she's like, I want to go shopping too, but I'm stuck here at work. She's like, but after work, I'm gonna go shop. And my husband's like, okay, cool. Like, he was just waiting for the fucking drink. And she was like, so what are you doing after this? And he was like, we're shopping. And she was like, so do you want my number or what? My sister-in-law just fucking sees, like, I just look at my sister-in-law and she comes like from the middle. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? She's sitting in the middle and she goes, bitch, don't you see that his wife is sitting right next to him and she's fucking pregnant? And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And, like, she just fucking leaves. And I'm like, I at that point, I was just like, I just don't get it. Like, I do not understand. Like, even for you, even if you don't know the situation or you think that I'm his sister, like, what on God's green earth did you think it was a great idea to ask this guy? Because, like she said, well, if you want to touch me, you can just touch me. If you want my number, just ask me for my number. Like, there's a female. Like, wouldn't you, like, put 2 and 2 together? Like,
yeah.
Okay, whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So then I told my husband, I was like, we leave, and my husband's, like, fucking laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't understand females. Like, I don't get it, because I could never see myself being so, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm friendly. I might be a little bit flirty sometimes, but that just was, like, crossing a line. Like, for you to, like, tell somebody right in front of me, like, I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was not. But, like, I'm not like I said, I'm not going to sit there and have, like, I'm not going to be confrontational about it. I just was, like, my sister-in-law was just like, fuck that bitch. Like, my sister-in-law was like, you ain't gonna fuck around like that in front of me. So
I would have told her, since she fucking said to touch her hand, I would be like, bitch, do you not see us in the car? Do you not see his wife next to him? Shut the fuck up and go make the coffee. Like, what? Yeah. I wish I could have been there, man.
No, girl.
I wish.
I was just like, I thought it was funny, but I was like, also like, the inner bitch in me was like what
the audacity.
Exactly my point.
Oh.
And I just feel like some people just don't have the morals, I guess. Because, like, okay, for example, as soon as you find out that they're still married or that they're still living with the wife or whatever, like, even though you know, like, oh, I'm in the middle of a divorce or I'm separating or whatever the case is, like, you are like, okay, that's a line I'm not gonna cross, like, boy, bye. But there's other people that just don't give a fuck, and I just don't get that. Like, if you see that somebody has a ring, if you see that somebody is walking, holding hands with somebody that's pregnant, like, I just don't understand how you think it's okay to be so flirty like that.
Like, be like, oh, I'm gonna go for it. Like,
yes, dude.
What?
Okay.
Crazy.
Well, this leads me to my next story.
Oh, good.
A couple of years ago.
Dude, I'm laughing so much that my cheeks hurt. Like, I'm just like,
no,
what
like
the
that
fuck?
that was just a little.
There's worse.
There was a worse one. Okay.
Oh shit.
Dropping the mic over here and shit. Okay, this one was like a 5-minute. That one was just like a 5-minute interaction on a fucking drive-through. Okay.
Yeah.
This next one gets much worse because this time my husband decided to take me and my mother-in-law to go eat for our birthdays. Okay? And so we go to Applebee's. It's just my husband, me, and my mother-in-law. We walk into Applebee's. We sit at the bar. Like, you know the tables that we like to eat at? The tall ones? Mm-hmm. So we sit there. And the girl starts. She brings the menu. So it's like my husband and me and then my mother-in-law across. So, like, obviously, you should know that we're together because we walked in holding hands. We're sitting next to each other. She brings the menus and she's like, hi, babe, how are you doing tonight? And I'm like, I look at my mother-in-law like, first of all, who the fuck is this bitch calling babe? Like, is she talking to me? Is she talking to my mother-in-law? Who is she talking to? But I'm just looking at my mother-in-law. And so she gives my husband the menu, so, like, that's how I knew that's who she was talking to, because she goes, oh, hi, babe, how are you doing tonight? Gives him the menu, and then gives us the menus. But she's literally just looking at my husband. She's not looking at me. She's not looking at my mother-in-law. She's just looking at my husband. And he's like, oh, I'm good. We're doing good. That's what he says. We're doing good, thanks. And then she's like, so what can I get you, babe? And I'm like, okay. I call my kids babe. I call my husband babe. I don't go fucking around like at work telling people guys or random ass, hey babe, or what's up babe. Like, I get it. Like, some people are just super friendly. Okay, like my aunt. Mm-hmm. My aunt calls everybody babe. She calls me babe. She calls you babe. Like, but it's her family. I've never. And even if she were to call my husband babe, like, that's not going to affect me because she's family. But for somebody that I've never met before, somebody that's a fucking bartender or a server or whatever the fuck, if it would have been all girls and she would be like, oh, hey, babes, how are you? Because it happens to us all the time. Cool. But the fact that you're only looking at my husband, you're only acknowledging him, you're only talking to him, you're not talking to me, you're not talking to my mother-in-law. Like, it was just like the babe, babe, babe. Like, and just to him. It wasn't to me. It wasn't to my mother. It was just to him. So there she goes. My husband, like, she gives the menus. She's like, oh, so she ends up saying, like, oh, do you want something to drink from the bar? Or do you want, what do you guys want to drink? Whatever. We order our drinks. And then she leaves. Then she comes back. And then she gives my husband his drink. And she's like, here you go, babe. And I'm like, this is like the motherfucking fourth fucking babe that I've gotten in the past fucking 5 minutes that I've been here. Again, I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm trying to enjoy my birthday dinner.
Oh, God.
She comes back. And she's like, are you guys ready to order? And we were like, no, not yet. We need a couple more minutes. And she tells my husband, she like brings out like one of the little menus, like their meal, what is it, like their drinks and meal of the month or whatever. And she's like, "Oh, look, we have a special. If you guys, if you were to be interested, like this is our drink of the month. This is our appetizer of the week. Blah 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 blah." Like she's like fucking sitting there like the whole time just directing to my husband. So she goes, he was like, "Oh no, like I don't really feel like drinking. Like thank you, but like we're just gonna order. Like just give us 5 more minutes." So she's like, if you want to try the drink, it's on me. Don't worry about it. And so then I'm like, is she talking to all of us or is she just talking to him? Because this is one of those situations where me and my husband always fuck around like, oh, well, if somebody's flirting with you and giving you a drink, fuck it, just fucking free drink.
Yeah.
But this was not the situation. Like she was just like sitting there giving all of her attention to my husband, not to any of us. I had already told her because when we had sat down, when she had asked like how we were doing something, he was like, "Oh, we're just here celebrating like their birthdays or something like that." So like, wouldn't you think like, okay, offer them the free drinks because we're celebrating their birthdays? But no, it was all towards my husband, like, "Oh, well, if you'd like to taste it, I can get you a free drink. It's on me. Don't worry about it." And my husband's like, "No, it's okay. I'm driving. Like it's their birthday." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Oh, happy birthday, by the way." And I was like, "Thanks." Like, I don't know if I can look at her, whatever. She leaves, comes back. And every time she came back, like, it was just standing next to my husband. It wasn't on the other side where it's like literally just right by my husband. And then she gets them, like, my husband's like, has the menu. And she was like, "So are you ready to order?" And like, this whole time, like, she's still fucking being like super flirty. Like, I can't even tell you, like, the words that she's saying because I was already just seeing red. Like I was already fucking irritated. I was bothered. I had already started talking shit with my mother and I was like, "I can't believe this bitch. Like why the fuck did she keep calling him babe?" Like, and my husband's like, "Babe, it's not a big deal." And I was like, "No, it is. It is a big deal." I said, "Because she's being fucking rude right in front of me. Like, you have a fucking ring. I'm sitting right next to you. We're holding hands. Like, I just don't understand why she feels the need to keep fucking calling you babe." And, like I'm never, like I said, I don't feel like I'm a jealous wife. At least I don't think so. Like I'm very nonchalant, but when you're doing it in front of me is where I'm gonna like draw a line, you know? So whatever, he's like still looking at his menu and she's like, "Oh, she's like, he was like, she said something like, are you indecisive or do you just not know what to get?" Or I don't know what he's saying. He's like, "Oh, I'm just looking. I don't know what I want yet." And she was like, "Oh, well, I let me suggest this. Like, let me tell you what my favorites are." And so she goes to stand like literally right next to him. Okay? And like she's like with her arm with just herself, like she's like rubbing like his arm, like so he has his arm like this, right? And he's like looking at the menu like this, and she's like, "Oh, let me suggest some things for you." And like she's like rubbing like either her arm or her stomach or her tits. I don't know what the fuck she's rubbing because now I'm just like,
this bitch better get the
being hella disrespectful. I'm like 2 seconds from fucking letting her have it, dude. And I was like, one more alcoholic beverage in me, and I'm about to tell this bitch off. And so then my husband's like, "Oh, it's okay." Like as soon as he like feels like she's getting too close, he's like, "Oh, it's okay. Me and my wife usually do the 2 for $25 or 2 for $35 or whatever the fuck." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me know when you're ready, babe." And she walks away. So I'm like, okay, like now he's already told you me and my wife do this, right? So then she fucking leaves, and when she comes back, she's like, "Are you guys ready to order?" I had already taken the fucking menu away from my husband, and I was like, "Yeah, this is what we're gonna get." And so then I give her my order, whatever. She leaves. And then like, we have our meal. I'm fucking upset. My husband leaves. He's like, "I'm gonna go to the restroom." She brings us our fucking bill. My mother-in-law gets up to go to the restroom because I don't know where we're going after. I don't know where we're going. And so she leaves. She comes back and she leaves the bill. Right? I turn the bill around and Guess what's on the bill?
Lord and behold.
Lo and behold.
Her phone number.
Her phone number.
Shut the fuck up.
And I was like, what the fuck does this bitch think?
Shut the fuck
Dude,
up.
I swear, like, I just remember, like, I remember being so upset that I grabbed the receipt. Because you know how they always give you, like, your copy, their copy, whatever.
Yeah.
I grabbed the receipt. I fucking, I crumbled it. I put it in the cup. And the water cup or whatever, soda cup, whatever. And then I signed, we paid, we signed, and then I gave it to her. And that one said customer copy. So then she comes back and she's like, by now, like, we're already my husband is already getting ready to leave. Like, everybody's already getting ready to leave. And she's like, oh, you gave me the wrong, she tells me, she's like, oh, this is the wrong receipt. And I was like, yeah, but the other one had a phone number on there, and my husband is married. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't get that. And I was like, no, but he did tell you. He said my wife.
What did she say?
And she was like, my apologies. And I was like, this will be the first and last time. This will be the first and the last time that I'm coming here. Obviously not my last time, but
with my husband.
Right? And I was like, that was like very inappropriate. Very inappropriate.
You just ruined my birthday.
I didn't even tell her that. I was just so fucking mad.
Dude, how can you even like celebrate your dinner?
And and that was the thing, like, we went to celebrate my mother's birthday, so like I didn't want to make a scene. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Luckily, I seen the fucking phone number when she went to the restroom, because I know that my mother-in-law probably, I don't know if she would have said something, but like I just didn't want to ruin, like, I already felt like my birthday was being ruined, and I was like, I'm not trying to ruin it for her. Like, and I wasn't even mad at my husband, because my husband didn't do nothing. Like, he was literally sitting right next to me,
and he's very he doesn't even look friendly. Like, he does not look like the type to be like talking with, you know, like he's very like short, like with people he doesn't know.
I was like,
quiet,
short.
No, like short with words.
Yeah.
So like the fact that she was still talking to him is
yes, dude. And I'm just like, dude, like, he told you in the beginning. He said, me and my wife usually split this or share this or whatever. She was like, I was like, I don't know, like, what type of guys be coming to Applebee's. I don't know what type of guys be fucking coming over here, but
now, as you can see, it's probably...
Well, bitch, I wrote a fucking...
Review.
Good. I went on fucking Applebee's.com.
I would have been like...
I went to contact us, and then I put what had happened. Well, I didn't put the whole story, but I just told... Like, I put, like, this person was very disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. And they sent me a gift card.
Thank God. I would have expected them to fucking pay for your meal.
They definitely did not. But I didn't go talk to the manager. Like I said, I wasn't trying to make a big deal out of it, because I didn't even want, yeah, my mother-in-law knew that she was, like, being flirty. And, like, she was like, why? Like, my mother-in-law was like, what the fuck? Like, why is she doing that?
So
I was like,
weird.
I don't know. Like, people are fucking weird. And even my husband, like, I was like, I'm not, like, it was just, like, a funny story. Like, it was now I look at it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, that was a funny story. But when it happened, like, I was just so fucking mad. Like, I didn't let it ruin, like, my whole day, but, like, it definitely ruined my meal, because I was like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, have some respect, and kind of like that was like one of the questions that I had that we've talked about before, where it's like, or maybe I don't remember if we talked about it before, but it's like, does a ring stop somebody from pursuing a married person? And I think that it does not. Like, it just depends on the person. So, like I'm saying, with you, you know your boundaries, you know your lines that you do not cross, and you like nip that shit in the ass real quick.
Yeah.
And that's already two stories that two situations that have happened to me when I'm with my husband, that people just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we were working, when we worked together, there was a CO, and I know you remember this.
Yeah.
There was a CO that would always come in. Like, he'd bring in patients all the time.
Yeah.
And he was very flirty with me. He would always, like, ask me personal questions, or he'd be like, oh, so what time are you getting off of work? Oh, like, we should go to the bar. I would like to buy you a drink. And I remember one time I was like, I had an interaction with him, maybe like, I don't know, 10 different times that he would bring in patients. And he was always flirty. And I would always like, Les, can you handle this? Or I'd be like, Les, I'm going to go to the back so that you can like discharge the patient. Because I was like, I don't want, like, he would make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so then
I remember, creepy.
Yes, I remember like one of the first times, like, he would always make unnecessary comments, or he'll be like, oh, so what's your Starbucks order? Maybe next time I'll bring you a Starbucks. And I'm like, oh, I'm okay. I don't drink coffee. Like, I was always trying to, like, nip it. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't trying to entertain it. But I remember one of the first times that he, like, asked me out, I told him, I was like, oh, he said, well, what time are you getting out? And I remember, like, I didn't know that that's where it was going. Like, I just remember him asking me, like, oh, what time are you getting out today? I was like, oh, I get out at 5, sometimes 6. He's like, oh, that's perfect. I can, like, we should go out to have a drink. And I was like, I'm married. And he was like, I don't see a ring on your finger. I was like,
excuse me, sir?
I was like, and like, at the time, I wasn't married, but I already was with my husband, had been with my husband for like 6 or 7 years. So, when I told him that, he was like, well, I don't see a ring on your finger. I was like, I don't need to wear a ring. I'm telling you that I'm married. So whether I have a ring or I don't have a ring, that's none of your business. I'm telling you that I'm married. So this is where you stop asking me out. And he was like, okay. Like, he just didn't say nothing after that. And I don't remember, like, after that. I think, like, every time he show up is when I would just, like, or like if I knew that we were gonna have an inmate, I would just stay in one of the rooms, or I would go into my office. I was like, dude, I don't even want to interact with this guy, because I've already told you, like, I've told you that I'm married. I've told you I'm in a relationship. And, like, he still had no boundaries. Like, he'd still try to ask me out. He'd still try to buy me stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm not that bitch. Like, I'm a loyal person. I'm not gonna.
Dude, he not once talked to me. Like, he would just be like, thanks. I'm like, okay, bye.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I'm flirty.
No.
I think I'm just a friendly person, and some people can mistaken my friendliness for flirtiness, but that's just who I am.
I don't think you were friendly either. Like, you were
I'm just nice. Like, I was just nice. Like, oh, hey, how are you? Hey, you know what I mean? Like, it was never like, I don't know what what vibes I was giving for him to be like, oh, let me take this bitch out. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like.
He was like, esta tetona, tetanica.
I don't fucking know, but like, okay, like, mariachi night. We keep bringing this up, and I don't think we've talked about it, but it's a little off topic. But again, it goes back to
flirting with somebody that's married.
Yeah, right? Or like trying to get with somebody that's married. Because when we went out for mariachi night, I had my wedding ring on, and we were at mariachi night for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. And we were like, oh, we need to use a restroom. So we were like, let's go use the restroom. And
the gym.
We did not want to go to the stupid porta potties. So we were like, oh, our gym is right down the street. Let's just go there. Mm-hmm. So we started walking to the gym. And all I hear is like somebody running. Like running, you guys. Somebody ran after me. I didn't see that guy all night. Not once had I don't, like, when I turned around, I was like, fuck, did I drop something? Because, okay, again, we're walking to the gym, and I just hear somebody running, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was me, you, my sister, and my cousin.
Your sister-in-law, no?
No, it wasn't my sister-in-law. This was the first time that we went. So it was me, you, I want to say Caro.
Yeah.
My cousin. Yeah. And my sister. And we went to the restroom. Yeah. And so when we went to the restroom, we hear this guy running, and we all turned around because you can hear him running. Yeah. And he was like, excuse me, miss. And when he said, excuse me, miss, we all turned around. Like, what the fuck? Like, is this guy going to ask us for fucking money? Is he going to ask us to, like, use it? Because we were, like, right in front of the gym. Like, we didn't know what his intention was. He just, like, ran. And he was like, excuse me, miss. And then like we all turned around.
And we're like scared. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where'd this guy come
and
from?
he was like, do you remember what he said?
He said, I think he asked for your number.
He said first he said,
I think you're really beautiful or something like that.
Yeah, so he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He was like, he said, excuse me, miss. We turned around and he's like, I just wanted to know, I think that you're one of the most beautifulest persons I've seen before, most beautiful person I've seen before, and I find you very attractive, and I want to know if I can have your number. And I was like, we all just like stayed looking at him, and I was like, at the time, like, as we turned around and he's like saying that, I was like, who are you talking to? I said that. I was like, who are you talking to? Because there was 4 of us.
Yeah.
And he was like, to you. I was like, to me? Like, what? I was like in shock. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I just think you're so beautiful and I would love to buy you a drink or take you out. Can I have your number? And then I was like, I literally like put my hand up and I was like, I'm married. Like literally I put my hand up and then with my other hand, like I pointed at my ring and I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm married. And then like as soon as I started saying that, you and my cousin got in front of me. Like you guys like barricaded me a little bit. Like you guys stepped forward, like, bitch, get the fuck away from her. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I meant no disrespect. I'm so sorry. Like I didn't see that. I wasn't aware. I just really wanted to tell you that you were just so beautiful. And I was like, oh, thank you, but no thanks. No thanks.
Yeah.
And like, so that's what I'm saying. Like people, you can like try with people, but like once they tell you like, hey, I'm married or hey, I'm in a relationship, that's your cue to like be like, I'm so, and he like this guy like he was like, I'm so sorry, like,
and he never came back.
Like I mean no disrespect, like I felt like I needed, like I think he said that, like I think I just needed to shoot my shot, or he said something like that. Yeah. And I was like, no, like you're like I even told him, I was like, you're fine, you're okay, like I get it, like I'm not gonna get you jumped, bro, like I'm just it's okay. He's all scared. Yeah, like he was all scared and I was like, you're fine, it's okay, but thanks for letting me know. And like and then I came home and then I told my husband and he was like,
I told your husband.
I told my husband first. So when I got home that day, that's why I say like, even though you're my friend,
I was still telling them.
You're still gonna tell my husband. So when I came home, like I was hella drunk, but I told my husband like there was this guy, he fucking ran after me, and like I told him the situation, like what he had said, and he was like, he was just laughing. He was like, you should have fucking. He said like, I'm not saying you should have given him your number. You should have just gotten a free drink. And I was like, ew, fuck that. Like that's not me, boy. No. And so that was that. Then like 2 days later, Les comes over and she's like telling my husband about the situation, and I was like, you fucking bitch, if I wouldn't have fucking told him myself, this would have started a fight because you fucking came over here to tell him, but I had already told him, so that's fine. That's what I'm saying, like I don't keep shit like that for my husband because I feel like
we're all gonna tell him
eventually.
I just said it to be funny though because I thought it was funny.
I mean, we all thought it was funny, and my husband thought it was funny, but see, that's what I'm saying, like some people, this gives you like 3 different situations where twice it happened to my husband. The fucking females were not respecting like that boundary, or like, okay, I get it. Maybe the girl from Starbucks, yeah, she respected it. Like once my sister-in-law popped off on her, like she like backed away a little bit. But the girl from Applebee's, she knew that I was married and she still fucking put her number on the receipt.
Yeah. Like you weren't going to see it? I don't know.
Maybe she thought that. I don't know. I honestly do not know.
That's fucking weird.
And so, yeah, guys, that's my story for some people not respecting boundaries and some people not understanding that when people are married, you just don't go after them.
Facts.
And excuse me, bitch, but that's my husband.
Yeah.
And so that's it for me. Damn. What about you, Les?
Okay, so yeah, people don't hit on people's husbands. Like, honestly, that happened to me the other day when I was at Starbucks, and this guy was super friendly, super nice, and then he gave me my drink, and I saw his ring, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm surprised. I wasn't surprised he was married because he was very good looking. But I was like, obviously I'm not gonna hit on him, but it's like when they're wearing a ring to me, it's just like, oh yeah, off
That's
limits.
like, yeah.
You know?
And like a lot of people don't wear a ring. Like my husband right now, he doesn't wear a ring. Okay, when we went to Applebee's, he was wearing a ring, and he said my wife. You know what I mean? When I went to mariachi night, I was wearing my ring, but like I get it. I hadn't like
it was dark.
It was dark.
Yeah.
It was a nighttime, so like so that's what I'm saying. Like with him, I was like that he was respectful. Like this guy was respectful. The guy where we worked at was not respectful because he's like, well, I don't see a ring, like, but I'm fucking telling you.
Yeah.
And so like I think that's where I have like a problem. Like it's cool if somebody were to try to hit on my husband or flirt with my husband in front of me, not in front of me, but like once they tell you like, oh, he's married, or he says I'm married, that's like where you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At that, I'm not gonna be upset because you didn't know. Because again, when we go out, I'm always looking for your future husband, and I'll be like, oh, Les, what about this one? Les, what about this one? And that's how we got to Mr. Fucking Teacher. Because me over here, I'm always fucking searching for this bitch's husband.
Yeah.
No matter where we're at, no matter where we go, it can be a baseball game, it could be dinner, it could be a bar, it could be mariachi night.
It could be the store.
The store. No matter where we go, I'm not looking for a guy. I have my husband. I'm always looking for somebody for less. Like, if I'm looking at this person, I'm like, okay, he's tall. He's this. He looks like he works out. Or, I narrow it down.
Like the guy from the store right here?
Yes. Like, there's this carnicero. Well, no. He's not carnicero. He just works at a store near me. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I seen him, I was like, oh, I like this guy for less. And so then I started asking him questions. So like every time I go to the store, I get a little bit more answers. Like I know he's a Scorpio. I know his birthday. I know, like, so every time I'm like, oh yeah, this, or like, okay. So the way that the signs came up was I had my nails and I had a Gemini sign, and he was like, oh, you're a Gemini? I was like, yeah, what are you? I was like, what's your sign? He was like, I'm a Scorpio. I was like, oh, really? My best friend is a Scorpio. And he was like, oh, yeah, what's her birthday? I was like, what's your birthday? So, like, again, I'm not flirting with people. I'm just being friendly because I'm trying to hook you up with somebody. Yeah. So I'm always searching, no matter where the fuck we go, my fucking antenna is searching for a single man for my fucking best friend.
And he was there, huh? Last year?
Yes, he was there. He was there at mariachi night, and I was like, "Fuck! I want to introduce him to you so much," but there was a situation that was happening, like with somebody, so I was like, "I'm just not gonna." Yeah,
it was weird. So
next time. But that's how we're gonna rope into our next subject for Les. Her story is this Mr. Teacher guy. We had gone to a baseball game. Mm-hmm. And so he was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, Les, what about this guy for you? What do you think?" And she was like, "What do you mean?" Like, because this bitch is a little bit airheaded, guys. If you guys do not know Les, she is very airheaded. Yeah. And so I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, what's wrong with him?" And I'm like, "Nothing, bitch. I'm asking if you think he's cute. Is he your type?" I'm like, because I think he's giving vibes for you. And she's like, I didn't think about it that way. I'm like, well, bitch, think about it that way. And so then I fucking regret it now because it was not a very good outcome. But let's say your story.
Okay, so when she asked me that, I was like, he seems a little short, but like he was sitting down, so like I couldn't really tell. But mi amiga decided to go home, and I stayed with
our other friend.
Lau. No. I stayed with the other friend at the game, and we got up, so I got to see like how tall he was, and I was like, he's still short for me, but whatever. So anyway, I was like, my friend over here was like, dude, you have too many requirements that you need to get over the height thing. Like, how tall was he? Like, was he that much shorter? And I was like, maybe like 2 inches shorter. She was like, dude, that's not that much. And I'm like, to me it is. But whatever. I looked past it, okay?
Past him or past it?
Both. Past his height and past him. Because I was like, you know what? He seems like a cool guy, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should add him on Facebook. And I was here with my friend Zares. And I I showed her. No, I don't think I showed you, but I was like, should I add him? What do I do?
Like, you kept messaging us, and you're like, I don't know if I should add him. I don't know if I shouldn't. Or I think you were messaging me.
Yeah, you, because, yeah.
And you're like, I don't know if I should add him, if I shouldn't. And I was like, I don't know, girl. Like, I guess add him. Like, he was not, to me, he was, like, very nice.
Yeah.
When we were at the park, like, we were all having a conversation. And, like, even though he wasn't, like, sitting with us, he was laughing. Like, at everything Les would say, he was, like, laughing. And I was like, okay, like, this was, like, he was kind of, yeah, like, he has a sense of humor. He wasn't like, oh, these bitches are loud. You know, he wasn't annoyed. He didn't get up. He didn't move. He wasn't, like, irritated. Like, he was laughing. So I was like, okay, like, I could see this. Like, I could see this being potential. And then that's when I was like, I don't know. I think he was pretty cool, but, like, that's up to you. And then you're like, I'm going to add him. And then you added him.
Yeah. So I added him. I waited a little bit to see if he would message me, and he didn't. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey, you know, what's up? Remember me from the game or whatever. And we talked a little bit, but, like, it kind of ended. Like, he was just, like, he didn't keep it going, like, the conversation. So I just stopped messaging him. I think I messaged him for, like, a day or so, like, half a day. And then
like 2 weeks went by.
Yeah, 2 weeks went by, and then I so happened to go to the store, and I see him at the store, and I was like, oh shit. As soon as I walk in, I saw him, and I was like, my mode went to, like, hide. But then I was like, you know what? I have to go to that side of the store, so I'm gonna fucking walk across, because he was already, like, paying. Like, he was making line to pay. Okay? And I was like, oh, he's not going to see me. And when I was walking that way, I guess he got out of the line, and we crossed paths. So when we crossed paths, I just smiled, and then I said, hey. And then he kind of looked confused a little bit, but then he was like, he just smiled. And I was like, okay, so I don't know if he, like, noticed it was me or not. So, but, like, he left. No, he walked past me. And so I went to the back to get what I needed. And then I turn around, and I see that he passes, like, by the aisle where I was. I don't know what.
I think he was trying to figure out if it was you or not.
Yeah, because he was already walking. Like, he was walking to the door when I was walking past him. And then I saw that he passed by. I was like, oh, I thought he was leaving, but whatever. I still got what I needed, and then I went to go make line. But I was still getting stuff, and then I got, like, a message on Messenger when I was still in the store. And then he was like, hey, I don't mean to be, like, what is it? I don't mean to be, like, a stalker, or I don't mean to sound like a stalker, but did I just see you at the store? And I was like, oh, yeah, I said hi. But I don't know if you recognized me. And he was like, yeah, I recognized you, but it was, like, already, like, I realized it was you after you passed by. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I kind of flirted with him, and what did he say? He said, I didn't want to do a double take because, like, I didn't want to seem
like a perv or a creep. I think he said a creep.
And then I was like, oh, it's okay, you can look, or something like that. Like, so he noticed that I was, like, kind of flirting with him, so we kept talking.
Like, he flirted back because, of course, I did see the messages.
Yeah.
He did screenshot them. And he said, like, oh, you're not, it's not, well, he said, thanks for letting me know. Now I know next time to look longer or stay looking or something like that. Yeah. To, like, check me out. I think that's what he said. Like, I didn't want to seem like I was checking out or something like that. But okay, so after that, we kept talking, and we were like, oh, you know, we're getting to know each other. Okay, so he was a teacher, as you guys know, and he was religious. Okay, so he was like a Christian, and I was like, well, I kind of wanted to learn a little bit more about, like, Christians, because I've talked to another guy, but it didn't get so far because, you know, like, we're obviously different types of people. Like, he was hella hardcore Christian, you know, and this guy, so we started getting to know each other. I figured out he was a teacher. He was, like, very devoted to his work.
He loved being a teacher. So I found out a few things about him, and then I was just like asking him, like, do Christians, like, the topic came out about sex, right? I don't know if I should mention that.
I don't care.
Okay. The topic came out about sex, and he was like, oh no, like, I don't have sex until marriage, but like we do other things. And I was like, what you mean by other things? Because like, what do you mean? He's like, well, everything else except for sex. And I was like, that's weird, but okay. Like, it was just like weird to me because I had dated again another guy that was super religious, and he wouldn't drink, he wouldn't do drugs, he wouldn't.
It's because I feel like this guy was like a Christian, but like
when he wanted to.
Like, yeah. Whenever, ¿cómo se dice? Cuando le convenía.
Yeah, see, yeah. So, like, I started seeing, like, a little bit of, like, red flags, but, like, not really, because I was like, dude, he's a great guy, he has a great job, like...
Never been married, doesn't have kids,
yeah.
Has a job.
Has a car. I mean, yeah. So, okay, so after I had, so we set up a date where we're gonna meet, right? We're gonna meet, hang out. He was gonna come over. Yes, I was gonna allow him to come to my home.
Okay, we're gonna pause you there.
What?
Okay, because she's saying that they planned a date. Okay,
yeah.
But when she told me like he's gonna come over, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because she's like we schedule a date. We've been talking about Bible study. Oh yeah. This is what she said. We've been talking about Bible study. He's gonna teach me how to read my Bible. He's gonna so that's what she was saying. That's all she said. We're gonna talk. He's gonna teach me how to read the Bible. He does Bible studies every week, and he's gonna teach me how to read it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then like the next message, she's like, oh, we scheduled a day where we're gonna read or he's gonna teach me the Bible, and then we're gonna watch a movie. And I was like, okay, so are you going to Bible study, or are you guys you guys scheduled a date? Because now it's just not making clear sense to me. Like, either this is a date where you guys are gonna do Bible study and watch TV, because like I just don't. Or I was thinking like you're gonna go to Bible study wherever he's going, and then you guys are gonna come back and watch a movie. No. And then you're like, no, he's gonna come here and we're gonna watch a movie here and like talk about the Bible, or I don't know how you said it. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I've never heard of somebody having their first date and they're gonna read the Bible and then watch a scary movie. Like, to me, it didn't make sense, but I was like, okay, again, I'm all for this girl finding her husband, whatevs. And this is where this is something that I've been waiting for her to talk about, because when we've had our mini-sodes where it's like, or when we had the mini-sode where it was the swipe left and right or whatever, and I'm like, as soon as I would read, like, he's a Christian, she'd be like, not next, I learned my lesson. Like, again, we don't want you guys to think that like we're against Christians. We're not. No. Everybody has their beliefs, whether they're. I want to learn about everybody's religion, because I just want to know. Like, I'm interested in Mormons. I'm not saying I'm gonna go be a Mormon. Yeah. I'm just interested of knowing all types of religions. Yeah. So when she was saying, she was like her, both of us, but her, she's Catholic. She doesn't mind dating another Christian person, or she doesn't really have a preference. Like, as long as you believe in something, believe in it. Yeah. But just don't force me to go be something that I'm not. Exactly. So, for example, in my relationship, I'm Catholic, but my husband is Christian. Like, we just, and it doesn't, we don't fight about it. Like, because at the end of the day, even though you're married and you're a unit, everybody has their own beliefs. So I'm not going to force my husband to go to a Catholic church, and he's not going to force me to go to a Christian church. Like, it just doesn't, but that's why we're saying, like, I wanted to make it clear that when she's saying, like, oh, I learned my lesson, or, oh, he's Christian, no, it's because this is her second situationship where she's talked to a Christian person, and
It
it's
doesn't
just,
work.
it doesn't work out. Like, it's just they have so many. So for her, it's not because she does not want to date Christians. It's just like she just finished a came out of a complicated situation with a Christian person that made her feel, because he did make you feel like your views on certain things, like as Catholics, was
Not right.
not right. And so, like, in that case, like, you were trying to be open, you were trying to learn, obviously, like, you were gonna do Christian Bible studies, like, you
Mm-hmm.
were willing to learn his religion and do all these things, but he's sitting here telling you, well, like, as a Christian you can't drink, as a Christian you can't do this, you can't have sex, I can't do this. And then you're like, okay, like, you were like
Okay.
okay with it.
Yeah.
But then, like, everything else that he was showing and doing and what you were finding out, it was the opposite of what he
Mm-hmm.
was telling you. So I felt like it felt very like brainwashing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, if she does find herself a Christian husband, that's okay. Like, that's not the problem. It's just that right now it was just too fresh. That's at least what I think.
I honestly, when I was talking to him, when he was like, "Oh, like I don't have sex," and I also feel the same way. I'm not like super religious, but I'm like, I don't want to just sleep around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like his explanation of things was like kind of the same way I felt. So that's why I felt a little bit more connected to him. Like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't going to be like, oh, we're going to sleep together now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like rushed into feeling like I have to
Mm-hmm.
sleep with him. So like when he said like he didn't, I was okay with it because I was like,
I'm not
okay,
either.
I'm
Yeah.
not looking for that either. Like eventually, you know, sometime we would, but like obviously he said, like he also said like he dates with intention. So like I also date with intention. Like I don't want to just date someone that just wants to fuck around, and if you find somebody else then okay. But like I don't date just to like date someone,
Just
you
to
know.
fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't date to fuck. You date to marry.
Yeah, exactly. So like we were kind of like similar in a way, but the way he thought, I was just like, okay, like about smoking weed or like certain things that he would
So what was
say.
his explanation for smoking weed?
Nothing.
Like, he was just okay with that? Like, he was
Yeah.
okay with weed?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, he said he didn't drink. And I was like, oh, well, I do. And he was like, oh, like, I don't mind that. Like, I don't like, because I was like, do you mind being around like alcohol? And he was like, yeah, I don't mind that. Like, as long as you don't get like drunk or like crazy, you know? And I was like, okay. But like, you know, like we were kind of like, he was agreeing to like certain things because Christians usually are like, no, we don't drink. No, we're not around alcohol. No, we don't like that's temptation in a way.
And I feel like, I mean, everybody has their own,
Opinions?
I want to say opinions, beliefs, whatever. But like, okay, if we're talking to my grandma that is a full-blown Catholic, has always been Catholic, like, she doesn't agree with weed. She doesn't agree with sex before marriage. Like, there's just certain things that she's not okay with. That she would not, you know what I mean? I'm a Catholic. I perceive myself as a Catholic person. Did I have sex before I got married? Yes. Do I drink? Yes. Like, all of these things that I think it's just everybody has a different level of beliefs. Everybody has a different level of what they're okay with. So
Yeah.
I don't want to say like, okay, all Christians can't drink or all Christians can't smoke weed. Like, that's not, like, you can still be a Christian and still do those things. You can still be a Catholic
Yeah.
person and still do those things. It's just, I feel like he was like, even though he was okay with it, I felt like he was like, it's not even about the judgment. It was more like, you're lying. Like, he was lying about some of the things that
Yeah, he was.
some of the things that he was telling you that he was not okay with doing. You found out that he was doing those things, so you're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how are you sitting here and kind of making me feel bad for drinking or making me feel a certain type of way because I'm doing certain things or have these thoughts, but he was doing that stuff behind your back?
I feel like he wasn't making me feel like that in the beginning until after that situation that happened. But it was just like weird because the guy that I dated before, he would tell me like, oh no, we can't drink, or no, we can't smoke, or no, we can't we can't really be around people that party. Which this is why it didn't work, because he was very like on his Christianity, you know, and I was like, I don't want to date you. Like at first he was like, you know, I could look past it, and I was like, we're different people. Like I drink, I party sometimes. Like I'm not saying I'm like this party girl, but like you're gonna be if you're gonna be around me, like that's gonna be around me, and I'm not gonna change the way that I am. And then he was like, okay, then yeah, I understand why it wouldn't work. So like when this guy came, the second one, he was like, oh well, I smoke weed. Oh well, you know, I like to have fun. But he was saying that he didn't drink, he didn't do certain things, and I was just like, that's kind of weird. So you do smoke, but you don't drink. So like, it was just like weird things. But then he would go to like Bible study and go to church and do all these things about church, and I was just like, it was just weird to me. So I'm not saying, I'm not being judgy about him smoking weed and being Christian. It was just like,
his
I've never
just,
heard that.
Yeah, and like it's just I feel like his answers were just not making sense. Like his math was not math.
It was confusing. It was so confusing, because now I'm like, so is it right to be like fucking around? Because like I think that I like at some point when that would this is another reason why I'm celibate, is because like I feel like until you find your person, like I'm not saying till marriage, but I'm like, I'm more of like a connection type of person. I don't know.
Like I feel like with you, for you at least, I think like you're celibate, but you're only celibate because you're not in a relationship. I feel like with you, like once you, let's say you find somebody, you start talking to somebody, you guys have been talking for a while, you guys are starting to date, like you said, it's an emotional connection. So once you get to that emotional connection, it's not like you're not gonna have sex until you get married. That's not what you're looking for. You just want like where you're saying like it. Celibate for you right now is because you don't have a person. But if right now you had been dating somebody or you have been with somebody for 3 or 4 months, I'm sure you're gonna end up having sex with them, because you just want to be focused on one person and that person be focused on you. Yes. But like with this guy, yeah, there was a connection there, but like you also found other things on, and you're just like, okay, so then we're not. If I'm gonna go do something with you, it's not just me doing it with you, because I don't know what you're doing on your free time. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. Like you're not like, there's people that stay celibate until marriage, and I kept telling you like, girl, like what if you just don't have sex with this guy and then you marry him and then like
you don't like it? You
don't like it. There's no motion in the ocean. What if there's just like it's not there? You gotta go find it, or maybe he has a problem. Like I don't get that. I cannot see myself doing that. Yeah. But again, like I feel like you're very open, and you're just like, I just want connection. And this is where I'm like with the Eagles guy. You guys have that, when you guys do talk, you guys have that connection. Like you guys understand each other. You guys talk to each other. So if you guys were exclusive, if he was giving you consistency, I could see you sleeping with him because you guys have that emotional connection. Yeah. But because he cannot fucking settle down, you can't hop on it. So with this guy, Mr. Teacher guy, I feel like that was, if it would have continued, or he would have just been honest with you, I think like eventually you guys would have done some sort of something. Yeah. But because he was so wishy-washy, like it just wasn't for you.
Yes. So
you clean your house.
Yeah, I cleaned my house. Honestly, my house is not a mess, but you know, I have dogs, so I cleaned my house for this man to come over. I was cleaning like throughout the week, like I would do one thing here and there until the day of. I was just gonna finally pick up here and there. So like it wasn't gonna be too much. And I went grocery shopping with the girls, and I had asked previously to us hanging out what his favorite snacks were. I got his favorite snacks at the store. My friends were like, what the fuck are you getting? Because
honestly, you didn't even have to tell me. I didn't even say nothing. So
because you know I don't like that shit.
The things that Les was telling me, I wanted to, like, okay. There was a time, she met this guy originally at the park, right? But there was a situation where our friend group went to go eat,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he was there at the same place that we were eating at. And something about that night gave me the instant ick and like the instant red fucking alarm. And I was like, I'm not liking this anymore. But again, I
There's
was hearing all of the positive stuff that she was telling me, and she was just like excited for this guy, and she was like, I don't know, like he's like, I'm very interested, like he's being consistent now, he's messaging me, like I'm really liking him, like we've already planned a date, like she's like,
oh.
está en las nubes, that girl. And I was like, this shit always happens to me, is that once I start seeing the red flags, I'm like, okay, do I want to be a friend and tell her, or am I going to be a friend that's going to look like I'm fucking jealous, or I don't want her to think that I don't want her to be happy, or that I don't want her to get a husband? Like, I don't want to be this person that every time she starts talking to a guy, I'm like, oh my gosh, Les, like this guy's doing this. Or, you know, like I just didn't, it kind of splits me in half because I want to be happy for her and I want to be all for the relationship, but then I'm seeing the other side, that it's the dark red side. And how the fuck do I
Ignore it.
ignore it? But how do I not tell her? Like, how do I'm like, fuck. And like, she's telling me all these things and she's excited. And so by the time that we go to the store and I'm starting to see her at, like, she's not telling me nothing. She's not like, she's just like, oh, I need to get this. And I'm like, this bitch doesn't eat this. And then it's like, this bitch doesn't drink this. Like everything she was getting, she's like, oh, I need to go get these candies. And I'm like, what? Like everything she was adding to the cart, I was like, this is because she's planning to buy him all these snacks and all these things for their movie night. But in my head, I was already clocked out. Like I was clocked out of him. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I really hope this guy like does not show up, because I was already seeing all the red flags and I was hearing some of the stories on the other side, and I was like, yeah, no, but like, how am I gonna tell her? And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait, let's see how their date goes, and then I'll tell her how I'm feeling.
That you should have told me before.
I couldn't, dude. Like I just didn't want you to think I was being a hater.
You're not,
or that
though.
I was fucking being jealous. The same thing happened with the fucking mechanic. But the same thing happens with all these guys. Is like, I'm for it, and then once I start seeing it, I'm just like, oh, it's gonna sound like I'm jealous. It's gonna sound like I don't want you to be happy. It's gonna sound like I don't want you to get a husband. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it be. Like she's gonna know. She's gonna figure it out. And so
you were gonna let me hang out with him, dude?
Yes, dude, because you were like,
tell me next time.
You were like, dude, this please. Like you were like, dude, I think that he might be my guy. Like he's doing like all these things, and I was just like,
I don't know.
I don't know, girl. And like it had, like I didn't start. I'm telling you, the first time I seen the red flags was the time that we went to go eat. That time, that night, I remember I was like, yeah, this guy's definitely giving me the ick. He's not for her. And then you started telling me like all these things he was telling you, like when you started telling me about the drinking, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. And so continue. You cleaned your
house. So the day came, right? And I was picking out all his snacks, whatever, because we're gonna have a movie night. And he basically messaged me that morning, but then he kind of disappeared. And then he messaged me like at noon. And he was like, if we had to reschedule, would tomorrow be okay with you? Because I don't want to be falling asleep while I'm trying to enjoy my time hanging out with you. Okay, that was part of the text that he said. And I said, dang, sounds like you have a busy Saturday. Don't worry about it. Wouldn't want you to fall asleep. Unfortunately, I have plans tomorrow, but maybe we can maybe we can schedule something else for a different weekend. Again, I was pissed off because literally that same day he was trying to reschedule for the next day. And I was like, so obviously you don't care about my time. We had scheduled this a week in advance.
It was
So
actually
like
almost 2 weeks in
it was
advance.
like yeah, I think it was 2 weeks. And he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have anything that day." Okay, so
And we canceled our plans.
yes,
Because we already have like plans for Fridays or Saturdays to record or whatever.
yes.
So like we already had like a whole. We had plans, and you were like, "Oh, is it okay?" Because we're gonna. And I was like, "Oh, girl, don't worry about it. Like, go have your date. I'll plan something else. I'll do something else."
Yeah.
So I had other plans, and then like I remember you messaging me, and I was like, "Fuck."
Wow. Loki, you wanted it to happen, but
like I wanted to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
as much as I wanted it to work out for you, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Like just prove me this one time, prove me wrong. I don't want to be right.
No. Well, then after I said that I was gonna be busy, he said, "Dang it. Okay, next weekend I don't have any birthdays lined up. I'm so sorry about this. I don't realize how busy I am sometimes and just jump into things. It's something I struggle with when getting to know someone new. I get pulled into different directions, and serving God is my main thing, and my work and what I do with my church is all for God. I don't want the person I have a thing with to know." I don't understand what he said. "I don't want the person I'm with to know, to feel like I'm not there or like I'm not making time for them. God gets my time first, and sometimes it's hard, but it's what I'm called to do. I hope you understand and don't feel that way." And I said, "I respect your faith and everything you have going on. I just want to be honest too. I had set aside my day for us since we planned it ahead, so I was being intentional with my time and hours. I'm not trying to change your lifestyle at all. I just value consistency when we make plans. I do appreciate our conversations and what we've shared so far. I just want that to be understood as well." And he said, "I completely understand." After that message on Saturday, when we were supposed to hang out, this was now at 3 p.m., he never texted me back. Like, he didn't say anything back.
So this is where, like, one, very brainwashy of him. Because if you guys hear that message, he just kept relaying God, my faith, my church. He was going to a kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
Okay? Birthday party was at
noon.
1. It started at 1. We hung out that day. Me, you, La, we all hung out that day. In the morning, that's when you went to go get the snacks and everything. And that was like at 10 o'clock in the morning. The party was going to be at 1. You guys were not going to hang out till 7.
Yeah.
So I was not understanding. Like, you're going to go to a party at 1. Like, you can't leave the party at 4 or 5 to come hang out. Like, he just kept saying, "Oh, it's because of my church. It's because of my faith. I hope you understand. I'm all about God. I'm all about this." Like, you were going to a birthday party.
What does that have to do with God?
It has nothing to do with God. It's not like you had Bible studies and you have to go to Bible study. That's why you can come here. Or it's not like you have a church event or it's Sunday and you have to go to mass 2 or 3 times in that day. Like, it was a Saturday. You were already with people earlier that day. You're going to go to that party. Why couldn't you leave the party after 3 or 4 hours? Why couldn't you leave the party at 6 and come to my house at 7? Like, again, you guys already had made the plans beforehand.
Yeah.
So that's where that's why I'm saying, like, it wasn't the whole Christian thing. It was just him. Like, he kept fucking saying, like, "Oh, it's because of God. It's because of this. It's because of that." Like, no, dude, like, just, if you don't want to hang out, just tell me you don't want to hang out. Yeah. If it's because you're going to somebody else's birthday party and that's more important, then go for it. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and wait for you.
Or be like, "Oh yeah, sure, tomorrow we can do it." No. I didn't have shit to do the next day. But I still said I was busy because I'm not going to fucking allow you to be like, "Oh, you know what, I can't. So can we do it tomorrow?" No.
And then on Sunday, that was church day.
Yeah, so what the fuck was he going to have an excuse?
What's the difference between going to church and then coming and hanging out?
Obviously priorities.
Versus going to a birthday party, a little kid's birthday party. It wasn't his family. It was none of that. It was just a kid. Just a kid's birthday party.
Yep. And okay, on Monday, he hits me up and I'm working and I'm like, did this guy just fucking text me? Because I thought it was over after not texting me on Sunday. I was already about to call it a wrap. And he said, hey, what's up? I hope your weekend went well and today wasn't too bad at work. And I said, hi, what's up? I had a great and productive weekend. Mondays are definitely busy. Thank you, you too.
I said that.
Yeah, she did. She did. Because I was like, what the fuck am I going to answer him? She just said to say that. Because I was like, I don't want him to keep, like, I don't want to keep the conversation going. Like, I just want to end it and that's it.
And like even when should you message me, you were like, I don't know what to say. I was like, okay, do you want me to give you an answer that's gonna be that's it? We're nipping it here, or are you gonna keep on giving it? Like, did you want to give him another chance? Do you want to reschedule it for next week? And you were like, nah, fuck that, I'm done. So like I could have set whichever text message, but you're like, no, that's it. I'm done.
And I'm glad that that happened because later on, so when we went to go eat at this location where we saw him with somebody else, I had a feeling that there was something going on there.
Because as soon as we sat down, she was like, is he like okay, let me paint the picture, guys. Where we went to go eat, it's outside. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's at a cart. So there's like, I don't know, maybe two tables. It was two tables. Like one table was our friend group.
It was like an L.
Yeah. It was like our friend group, and on the other table it was him, a bunch of kids, and a mom with kids. And she was like, and like just the energy that they were giving, which is why I said I instantly got like red fucking flag, was because I was like, one, this is too close for comfort. Like,
yeah.
One, the mom and him were sitting right next to each other. They're like laughing with each other. Like, it was just very like flirty vibes for me. And I was like, I instantly was like, no, that's it. Like, this is the red flag. Like, something's off here. And Les was like, you said that day, like, while we're sitting there, like, what's going on there? Like, are they together? And I was like, I don't think so. Like,
and then our mutual friend was like, no, that's just a mom. So I was like, okay. But like, it still was weird, okay? And then we found out that the birthday party of the kid was that mom that was there, okay? That he went to. So apparently he wanted to hang out with them, her family. I don't know. But apparently there was a thing there, okay? There was a thing there. So he was trying to eat his cake. What is it? Have his cake and eat it too. He was trying to hang out with her. And then the next day he was like, oh, you know what? I don't really have time with you on Saturday because I'm with this bitch.
And I'm going to stay here all night.
And I'm going to stay here with my bitch, with my coochie friend. And then I'm going to hang out with you on Sunday because, you know, I could get some more.
Mm-hmm. For somebody that does not have sex before marriage.
Exactly. So I was like, you know what, dude?
Spending the night over there and everything at that other girl's house. Like, that is fucking wild.
I didn't even know that was a thing. But I was like, you know what? I felt disrespected because, like, you didn't care about my time, but you want me to care about yours. Like, that's how I felt that he was like, oh, I bring God first. Which I never once was like, oh, I come first. Or never did I ever, like, go against whatever he was saying. Like, he is this person. That's how he is. That's who he is. That's his religion. Whatever. Like, I never had, like, a weird... Like, I was understanding. But when he was like, oh, like, kind of, like, saying, like, he didn't care about me and my time, that's when I was like, I draw the line. I'm like, I gave you as much as I could give you, and I'm not going to give you any more time. Like, that's it. Like, you disrespect me. I bought you these things, which I didn't even mention to him because I was like, he doesn't need to know that. He doesn't need to know that I cared enough to buy him snacks that I fucking ate that were disgusting as fuck because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to throw them away. The chips, they were mid, but like, it was not something that I would fucking eat. It was like barbecue, savory, some shit, sweet, spicy Doritos. I don't know.
Purple bag.
Yeah, it was a purple bag, which was like sweet and spicy, some shit. It was good, but it was like, ugh.
And see, like, even that day that he canceled on you, like, that day I still didn't know that that's where he was going. I knew that he was going to a birthday party,
Same.
but I didn't know that that was the
Yeah.
birthday party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I remember you saying, like, oh, it's because he has a party to go to. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess, like, I just still don't understand why. Like, it was just not mathing. Like, the math was not mathing. Like, why can't you leave? Like, I don't understand. Like, if a party's at 1, like, why can't you leave at 4 or 5?
Dude,
like,
he didn't even tell me about the party until the day of.
Hmm.
You had told me about a party.
I was like, there's a party. Yeah, I was like, there's a party. Like, I know that there's a party because one of our friends got invited, but I didn't know that that's who the party was for until, like, what, a few days later that they're like, oh, it was that same girl. I was like, wait, what? Like, okay, well, that's when we kind of, like, pieced all the puzzle together. And we're like, oh, okay, like, that makes sense. Like, you wanted to go to your side girl's birthday party or whatever, kids party, and that's why you don't have time for me.
And then I realized on Facebook, because I don't really get on Facebook, and that's where I had added him. I looked at, for some reason, when I was searched his name, because I don't really search people, like his name, when I went to search, his name popped up. And I was like, I wonder what he's doing. So, like, I clicked on his profile, and he unfriended me. Like, I don't even know when, because I didn't give it any thought. I was just like,
probably after that Monday. Like, I feel like after you sent that message, like, he was like, yeah, no la puedo, like, I can't
come back from that.
Like, it's already a wrap. So I feel like that's when he kind of,
but I'm glad he did,
or whatever.
I'm glad that he understood, you know, like, I'm glad he didn't keep trying, because I was like,
well, of course, because he had another bitch, girl. Yeah,
he probably still does. I hope he gets fired. I'm just kidding. That's fucked up.
No, I don't know.
But yeah.
This was my fault also, because I started the situation, but I'm always
It's not your fault, because you don't
always looking for your husband.
You don't know what these guys' intentions are. Like, you just saw a guy.
It's because, honestly, like, the day at the park, like, he was giving, like, all like, he was giving all the green energy you could get. Like, he was laughing, like, he was, like, very polite. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like, I could see this guy for her. Like, he has a job. Like, there's some requirements that I can understand that you need in a man because of your past situation, and I think we're gonna do that next time, because I feel like I want to see which what are they called? Like, what are your negotiables and what are your non-negotiables? Like, okay, like, we've established, like, they can't be shorter than 5'8", or, you know, like, there's certain things that you're not okay with overlooking, and there's others that you are. So, like, with this guy, he, at first, on paper, it didn't look like he had any red flags. Like, for me at least, like, that's why I was like, okay, Liz, like, I could see this for you, like, not married, no have kids, has a job, makes his own money, you know, like, it's not like he's living off of somebody. Like, it was giving all the green flags, but
then they showed his true colors.
Came out.
But I'm glad they showed up early, like, because I'd rather know now than to know more months ahead.
And then not only that, but, like,
he would have known where I live.
Like, okay, like, let's say that you would have hung out with him and you guys would have done other stuff because he could not have sex.
Extracurriculars.
Yeah, extracurriculars.
I wouldn't have, but
but, like, if he was already seeing somebody else,
exactly,
and that lady had a baby, like, how do you know that lady is clean? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's just too much involvement.
Yeah. I feel like that saved me from, like, anything with him.
Yeah.
Because, like, I thought he was going to be this clean person.
And then I feel like once we all, like, sat down, like, all of us involved sat down and, like, discussed it, it was like, okay, all the red flags are coming out now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I was just like, I'm going to back off. Like, I helped you with your first like meet, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh yeah, like he's this good guy, like, and then you're like, oh yeah, well I'm talking to him and he sounds like a good guy, like so, and then that's when like once you start talking, I'm like, okay, like I already helped you get that connection, and then like after that, whatever comes from that connection, that's on you guys, like whether
Yeah.
you like it or he likes it, whatever. But then as when I step back and I'm like watching everything, I'm like, wait, this is not adding up. This is not adding up. This what? And then it just like turned into like this wild fucking thing. And
That
so
you regret. But don't feel bad.
my bad.
And whenever you guys see red flags in a guy that your friend's dating, like if it were me, I would want to know. I don't know about your friend, but you guys can ask them, like, hey, I need to tell you something. Would you want to know? And if they say no, then you don't fucking have to tell them. But if they say yes, please tell them. Because I would rather know than to like keep being confused about this person and then seeing the red flags, wasting my time, wasting my fucking money on some nasty ass snacks. I still have the diet fucking Pepsi in my fridge.
Ew.
Disgusting. It's still gonna be there because I'm not gonna drink it.
I just felt like I had no hardcore evidence.
But
like
still,
it was just a feeling. You know what I mean? Like at the time, it was just a feeling for me. Like,
yeah.
like because you got the same time that I got the feeling, you got the feeling that same night at the fucking cart.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wait, this is weird, and you got the same vibe, but you kept talking to him. So I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
No.
Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm overanalyzing it. So I was just like, okay, I think I'm just wrong. Like I'm just gonna let this play out, keep it going, and then like I want to say probably 2 days before your guys' meetup was supposed to happen is when I hear that some of the things he was telling you was opposite, and I'm like, wait, what? So when that Thursday, 2 days before, you're like telling me these things, and I'm like, I'm talking to our other friend, our mutual friend, and she's telling me like all these things that she's like, oh well, I don't want to be involved because like that's my friend, like that's our friend too. And I'm like, oh no, I get it, girl, I get it. And she brought up like some of the things that like she's telling me like, oh, like these are the things, like this is why I don't want to be involved, because this like he lives with his mom, like so she's telling me these things, and I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, the other day we did something, like they were all together and that he had done something, and I was like, wait, he told us that he doesn't do that. What do you mean? And she was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, supposedly like he's this holy Christian person that has like a clean slate. And she was like, I don't know, girl, like this is what happened. And I was like, oh, okay, well maybe I'm wrong, like maybe I misunderstood. And so then when you guys finally like were supposed to meet, I was like, okay, maybe this guy's just not adding up. Like he's telling you one thing, but our mutual friend is telling me something else. And I'm like, okay, so is he lying to her, or is he lying to, or is my friend like has her stories wrong? Like it just, for me, everything was just not adding up. Like the stuff that you were telling me, the stuff that our friend was telling us, like I'm gonna believe our friend because she's the one that knows, you know, like she knows him more. But I'm just like, well, why would he say this? Why is he making Les feel this way? Like, and I'm having these conversations with myself. Like, I'm just listening to you, and I'm just listening to her, and I'm just like, something's off here.
Are you guys talking about different men?
Yeah, like, what's going on here? And so she was, but like, I didn't want to tell her like, oh, like I didn't want to bring up like the sexual things. I didn't want to bring any of that up because one, you're telling me this. Like I wasn't gonna go and expose your conversation or his conversation. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want. So I was just sitting here and I was just like getting information, and I was like, this is not the guy. This is definitely not the guy. And I was like, let's see how Saturday goes. Let them meet up. Let's see. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe something's off. And well,
definitely off.
Definitely was he lying.
Will I date somebody that is Christian? Probably not, because I've had bad experiences so far. The first guy was not, but certain things that he told me were like super red flags.
I think it's because also like it felt like he was judging you.
Yeah, the first one.
The first one was judging you. I think that's why you felt like that.
And then this one was just like kind of like, oh no, you don't understand my religion. And I was like, oh yes, I have. You know, like I've been very supportive.
We have friends that are Christians.
Yes.
Like, we have friends, and like I'm telling you, my husband's Christian, but that's what I'm saying. There's different levels of.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like I'm not saying there's different levels of being a Christian. There's just different levels of your beliefs. And like some people are like again, I'm Catholic, but I don't live by the Catholic day-to-day life.
We don't read the
Catholic, Bible. And you don't live by the day-to-day life. Like, no. I can't even tell you when was the last time that I went and I confessed. I mean, I confess to God every time I pray, but that's not the same thing, you know? And, like, with Christians, too. Again, my husband says he's a Christian person, but he doesn't have all the hardcore beliefs that some of our Christian friends have, you know? So I think at the end of the day, I don't want to say you'd never date a Christian. It's just like whenever it's like I only believe in this or this is wrong, because then it's like you're already judging me without even knowing me.
Yeah.
You're already judging the fact that I like to drink. You're already judging the fact I have Christian friends that are hardcore Christians. Like, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't say bad words, like there's a lot of things. And then I have other Christian friends that they're Christian, they go to church every Sunday, but they'll have an occasional drink. They'll have they've had sex before they were married. Like, there's just certain things and different levels. And just don't judge people. Regardless of the situation, whether you're Catholic, Christian, Muslim, whatever you are, just don't judge people. That's just what I think. Because there's not one person in this world that is a perfect saint. Even Christian people, sometimes Catholic people will sit there and we will criticize, talk shit about people, and that's not the Catholic way to go.
No.
You're supposed to love thy neighbor. But I do not love my neighbors.
No, you don't.
So, with that being said, that is our story.
Tell me what you guys think about Mr. Teacher in the comments, please. Was I wrong or was I right?
Was I wrong by not telling her, or was I right? And I feel like we've talked about this like a lot of our episodes where I always tell you like
I didn't want to tell you.
I don't want to tell you because I already feel like so guilty all the time because I'm the one searching for your husband. So like I like to fucking search for him and then be like, hey, I was wrong. Like this is okay, not your guy. I don't know. I just feel like it's because honestly, I feel like in the past, it's came off to other people that I'm being jealous or that I'm...
But not to me. I've never told you that.
I know, but like even with the mechanic guy, like I think it's, for me, I think it's PTSD from your with your ex. Like because I did voice... Like, I think, honestly, I think that's what it is. Like, that's why, even when I called you about the mechanic, and I was like, I couldn't even speak to you. I was having a fucking panic attack.
I was like,
because
what?
I was trying to tell you how I was feeling. And, like, you're like, girl, it's okay. And I'm like, but it's not okay. Like, because when I told you about your ex, like, I was honest with you. And you were like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to move. And I'm like, please don't do this. Like, I know this is not going to be a good outcome. And, like, I feel like because I voiced myself and my opinion, like, that drifted us apart. Like, no. I mean, I'm sure it was also because you moved fucking 6 hours away. Yeah. But to me, it felt like I had already been telling you, like, I don't think that this guy is for you. Like, you deserve better. Like, he's not going to change. Like, I was telling you all these things. And I was telling you, like, he's a Leo. He reminds me of my ex. I was a Leo. And I was, like, telling you, and you were just, like, your curtains were just shut. Like, your ears, your vision, like, everything was just, like, focused on your ex. And I just felt like, I felt for a long time like I was a bad friend. Because I was, like, the way that I seen it was I told you how I felt. And I told you I didn't want you to leave because I knew that this wasn't going to be your guy. And I told you all these things. And, like, we stopped talking for years. Like, you were not in my life for so long that now I don't want to ever, I feel like I made a mistake because I think like if I would have just been supportive back then, like maybe we wouldn't have missed so many years together. Maybe we would have been closer, but I just felt in the moment, like the response that you gave me when I told you like, girl, don't leave. Like I tried to keep you to stay here. I felt like it kind of damaged me in some way. Like I didn't want to like have to re-experience it again and have you like for you to think like it's because I don't want you to be happy or because I don't want you to have somebody, like I keep going back to that. That's why every time I want to tell you, like, I'll tell you other shit. Like, I'll tell you when you're wrong, when you're talking to your mom, your sisters, your boss. Like, I will tell you. But when it comes to certain guys, or when you're like, it always happens when you're trying to take that next step. And that's where I always like want to interfere. And I always interfere when you're like on that last step. I'm just like, oh, I don't know, Les. Like, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm getting. And I just feel like a bad friend because I'm like, dude, I should just keep my mouth shut.
So when it was with my ex, like, I was so set on that I was going to leave. Like, regardless of whatever anyone told me, like, I was still going to leave.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that you told me. It was just the fact that I had already made up my mind that I was going to go. And one of the things that inclined me to leave was my job because I fucking hated it. So I had already made up my mind. Like, I was like, I hate this fucking job. There's nothing else here. So I'm going to fucking move and see what happens. You know, I'm just trying to start a new life, whatever. Didn't work out for me. But I feel like I learned from that relationship that now it's like, I see one red flag and I'm like, yeah, no. Like, that doesn't sound correct. But sometimes I look past them, which is when I need you. Mm-hmm. So I don't get upset, or I don't, because I see them too. I just need somebody to be like, hey, did you see this? Like, super red flag that you just so happen to like.
And like, I feel like sometimes like sometimes I can overlook the red flags. Like, sometimes when you're talking to certain people, and you're like, well, this is a red flag. I'm like, Leslie, that's not that much of a big deal, girl. Like, get over it. But like, I'll tell you, but like, this guy just in the beginning, he was just not giving red flags. And so that's why I kept pushing it. And then when I started seeing the red flags, I was like, we're going to have to
red flag.
Slow down. Let's slow it down. And then you're like, well, we already scheduled a date. I'm like, fuck. Okay, let's see how the date goes, and then we'll figure it out.
Fuck no. Dude, I'm glad he didn't find out. Like, he knows where I live, but he doesn't know exactly where I live. So I'm just glad that I didn't, because I trusted him to come into my safe space because we had a mutual friend.
Which we have already discussed.
Yes.
And this will be the last time, I already told you, the last time that you invite anybody over to your place.
Nobody's allowed to my
Nobody's
apartment.
allowed in your apartments. You've already gone on 3 dates. I don't know what the fuck
5 dates, girl.
I don't fucking know what you gotta, I gotta go slap you, but you keep doing this shit where you keep fucking inviting these guys to come over.
Because we had a mutual friend, and like, they were really close friends. So like, I felt like I could trust him, but apparently
no,
I was motherfucking wrong.
I already told you we're gonna stop making those plans. I already told you fucking go out to the movies, go out to a restaurant, go out to a fucking coffee shop.
Yeah, but some of these guys are fucking whack as fuck.
Well, then don't date them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
But from now on, I already told you, no more inviting people over to your place. Yeah, no need to get your house extra sparkling clean and your fucking shaved from the head to your toes.
I didn't.
Okay, let's just not have these expectations, and let's just.
Oh, another heads up, guys. If you think that you're gonna sleep with them, don't shave. Do not get ready, because then you're not gonna do it. That's how I see.
I definitely don't see that.
I do. I'm like, no. But honestly, I wasn't going to hook up with him. Was I gonna kiss him? Maybe. But ew. Now that I'm just like, I'm sorry. I just can't anymore. Like, I can't see it anymore. He just, now I have an ick for him. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. I developed an ick.
Good. That way he don't come back.
Oh, no, he can't come back, girl.
Okay, well, that's it for today.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
That's it.
That's a wrap.
That's the last time I talk about Mr. Teacher.
Okay, we'll see you next week. And bye.
Bye.